Hello, everyone. Ben Bryce here. Today, I'm joined with Ryan Etner to give you your Midday Mayhem on Thursday, May 30th. So, Ryan, not really a pretty day out there. What are we seeing? What is happening?
We have a little bit of everything. I guess you can sum it up by saying that. We'll start off with the funds. They were sellers of 50,000 corn last week. It looks like they're continuing, probably not at that pace, but it looks like they're selling. Plus, corn passed the 80% planted level at 83. So, traders, the funds may be using that information to say, well, you passed 80%. We're just going to look on to the next issue. So we feel confident reselling.
Right.
And beans are feeling a little bit of that too, but beans didn't pass 80% yet. So they're falling, but not quite as quick. And one of those reasons is probably because this week's planting, the rains, the slowdown planting is still a factor for beans where it isn't for corn.
Okay. Yeah. And I mean, really on top of that, you're seeing, wheat down too. I mean, wheat had a very good rally. It was up, quite a ways. I mean, all of them, all flavors, right?
Yep.
And now that's setting back.
Yeah.
And with harvest starting to pick up there, I mean, is there anything that we should be doing or looking at in these markets moving forward? Because we're not even in summer yet, right? We still got a long ways to go.
Yeah.
Is there any hope out there for these guys?
Weather scares again. I mean, you're not even in June yet, so you can always make the case that it's a little too early to just write off weather scares. Obviously, with the soil moisture we have, even if heat comes in, especially for the guys to the west, that's going to be good news. But if enough heat comes in, trade will see heat, and they might get a little excited. So we don't want to start, before you get to June 1st, saying there's going to be no weather threat. So that'd be the number one factor.
Okay, so right now we're just kind of looking for weather to come into these markets, give us a little bit of life, because I mean, we saw new crop beans actually trade below $12 for the first time in a while, and they kind of held that level for a couple weeks, and it seemed like yesterday they just found some big selling, and today kind of confirming that. I mean, for once, corn's down at least a little bit more than beans. Seen a little bit more movement out of the corn for once.
Yep, that's right.
So grains not pretty. We get it. It's tough, but there is still something to look forward to out there over the next few weeks. Now, livestock. What's going on in the cattle market right now?
The cattle market ran into a lower cash bid than we thought we were going to find. Yesterday, there was one cash trade on the Fed Cattle Exchange that was steady. And it's likely almost everyone in futures were expecting $2 higher. So that was about $2 disappointing. Mm-hmm. And now today, the bids have gone down from there. Nebraska is now bidding $2 lower. So we're dealing with that for a second day in a row. The positive part is that box beef's hanging in there. It's still strong. In fact, it's right at the resistance level. Hasn't taken it out yet, but box beef is strong. But the cash bid is a little bit lower than expected this week.
Yeah, so that's kind of what we were looking for coming into it. And then, I mean, any surprises or any different reaction you were expecting from the cattle on feed that we got on Friday and coming into a shortened week?
No, because most of the cattle on feed numbers are almost dead on the expectations. Yeah, you kind of figure kettle's going to still be excited to start 50 cents, $1 higher, and we did. So I think the reaction was about as much as we would have expected from the cattle on feed.
Gotcha. All right. Is there anything else in these markets that these farmers should be looking at, considering, especially now that, planting's kind of coming to an end and we're going to be headed into that growing part of the year?
I was personally thinking that, just keep watching the funds. If they're selling at a slow pace, maybe we could use that as a guide for hedging at about that same slow pace. Okay. We don't need to be 100% hedged on June 1st, but maybe, that could be a good guide. They're slowly starting to sell because they're gaining confidence. If we're looking out our window and we see the same thing, maybe we should be doing the same.
Okay, so kind of slowly ease into it.
Yeah.
Leave some dry powder so that if we do see, some sort of weather pop, we have something to kind of contribute.
Definitely.
Awesome. All right. Well, guys, thank you for joining us. Brian, thank you for being here. If you guys got any questions, give us a call. We're always happy to talk. 1-800-2-MARKET. That's 1-800-262-7538. Or check us out online at allendale-inc.com. Thank you.